Hi there. Happy Friday. This is Victoria Green Brackens just saying hello to you, and I just want to pose a quick question to you and give you a little bit of wisdom to help you in your development or just give you a great start to the day. How responsible are you? And I'm not talking about you get to bed on time, you don't text and drive, you eat pretty well, you pay your bills on time. Not that. Responsible. Able to respond. Responsible. Do you respond to life or do you react to life? Does life force a reaction out of you, or are you one of some of those successful people that respond, that control how they look at things? The great Tony Robbins, if you don't know him, I don't know what kind of personal and business development you've been doing, but the great Tony Robbins said that pretty much the quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions you ask yourself and what you're choosing to focus on. There are really only three questions that determine where we are in life, what's going on in life. It's one, what are we focusing on? Two, what meaning do we give it? And three, what are we going to do with it? And so that's the thing that I heard my spiritual leader and some other mentors say as well, that you cannot always determine or control what happens to you, but you can always control what happens in you. The only thing we really have control over is our mind, our thoughts, which in turn controls the rest of us. But the main thing is this, the main thing is this, that we cannot control external, but we can control internal. We can control how we respond to things. Instead of blaming successful, wealthy, happy people, they take responsibility. They respond. They say that, hey, I can't control the issue that happened, but I can control how I deal with the issue. And that's the thing. I want you to take a minute to think of how many times today, this week, this month, this year, you have failed to take responsibility and you have blamed, you have reacted to something rather than responding to it. You have blamed your situation, you have blamed your feelings, your mood, you blamed something on somebody else, something else. Think about this. We live in a country that borrows money from us through taking money of our checks, called Social Security, and they pretty much bank on not ever having to pay it back. So what I mean by this is, when Social Security was started, the Social Security payments were started, the average age of living was about 60, between 60 and 62. Okay, and the minimum age you could get Social Security, receive your benefits back from what you paid out of your check, was 65. They banked on not ever having to pay us back, and so think about that. That should let you know that you have to be totally responsible for your own financial future, whether it's through stocks, whether it's through real estate, whether it's through, whatever, however you want to make your money make money for you, or to become financially independent, financially free, where you don't have to work. I don't know what that is, but that's just a clue to say that nobody else is responsible for you. Not the government, not your wife, not your husband, not your employer. If you didn't get the promotion, if you didn't make the lateral or the vertical move that you thought you were going to be able to make, don't blame it on anybody. Blame it on yourself. It's me. It's always my fault. What could I have done differently? What could Victoria have done differently? What can I start doing now to make sure this doesn't happen again? Okay, well, you say things were unfair. It's not, the system is against me. Did you know this prior? Could you or should you have made a move prior to this because you already knew the nature of the system? It's always my fault. That's my philosophy. I always have to go in introspectively, go in internally and say, what could I have done differently? What can I start doing now? Be responsible. Respond to the situation. Everything that is in our lives right now is a result of something we have or have not done. Me personally, have or have not done. Take time now to be responsible. And this is a great segue to say that I have a lot of important free information coming your way in the next couple months. I have the mastermind meeting and also the double digit stock return fund. For those who want to join, those two meetings will be back to back on August the 22nd. It's in a couple Tuesdays at Starbucks on Meredith. If you want to consider joining that fund, you don't want to learn about necessarily investing, but you want to put some money in and start taking advantage of those double digit returns, or if you want to become a member of a group of people that are thinking being money and wealth conscious, thinking about personal development, health consciousness, thinking about empowerment in your life work and in your career. If you want to be around a mastermind, because I tell you this, No one does it alone. You have to have a team. Your net worth is determined by your network. You have to have a team of people that are helping you, driving you, that are feeding you, giving you insight. You can learn from a book or from a mastermind what it took somebody years and years and thousands and hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars to learn by joining up in a mastermind or taking a seminar. So take responsibility now. Start doing something right now, this instant, this day. Do something. Go send an email to somebody you've been prospecting. Go and get a book from the library. Go ahead and sign up for a webinar. And also that leads me to my webinar that's coming up on Thursday, September 14th. It's totally free. It's Thursday, September 14th, 8:30 p.m. It's called A Game. Okay, talking about reconditioning your attitude, your affirmations, and your actions. That's pretty much what you think, what you say, and what you do, and that will change your address. That will change where you are in life. So please, 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 just commit right now to becoming a more responsible person. You will respond next time instead of reacting. You will take total responsibility, total credit for your successes and your failures, and say, hey, if it is to be, it's up to me. I'm going to make sure that everything that I can possibly do to be successful, I'm going to do it.